Hey, 2K. And it's now time for the attacker, which is the Union. The CSA has done their defensive fire. So the first thing I want to do is I want to check the HQ Brigade Commander. Before I do, Wadsworth is the HQ and Cutler is the Brigade Commander. We flip him around and find out that his experience strength is 21. The color of 21 is red, which means he's seasoned. So I want to check my status sheet and make sure that it matches with 21, because there is errata that lingers in this game. Okay, look at the status sheet, look at the current strength level. I find Wadsworth, the HQ commander, and I look for Cutler, who is the brigade commander. 16. Here's a problem right there. Current strength level should be 21. So what do? I take a Sharpie and for the rest of my life I cross out 16. I mark 21. That looks better. Casualty points that he took was 3 hits and 4 tick marks. Unfortunately, they belong right here on this row. So I'm going to make a little fix here. That is correct. I count the markers. I want to know what his strength is. I've got 8 times 3 is 24, plus the HQ marker is 3. Gives me a total of 27. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 27 so I don't forget for this video that he's red and he has a total combat strength of 27. Next up, his experience level. go to the experience level chart. I find red seasoned under base experience. I then go to the disorganization. I look at the status sheet to see what my current disorganization is. There's nothing there. That will give me 0-1 for disorganization. I cross index and he is a 10. That's his experience level strength is 10. That does not get marked onto the status sheet. That's just to let you know that right now his brigade is experience strength of 10. His brigade strength is 21. So every time he takes casualty hits, this number is going to go down. Next step. Boy, that light plays hell on that, don't it? His experience level is 27. Oh, excuse me, as I was. Forgive me. 10. Remember? On the status sheet? Okay, so it's 10. I go down to 10-12 on the experience level. That's where he's at. I then look at his combat strength. At this time it's 27. As far as I can go on 27 is 11. That means I get 2 rolls of the die. I can tell you that right now. The remainder is ignored. Access is cut off. Just how many increments of 11 you can get out of that 27. Tells you how many die rolls you get. Alright. I pre-wrote this down to make it kind of faster. Alright, here we go. First die roll is a 4. I cross index. From here, 10 to 12. And I go down to 4 on the die roll. I got 15. That computes to 1 hit and 5 tick marks. I take a piece of scratch paper and I write one hit and 5 tick marks. I roll the die again. And this time, as soon as I can focus, there we go, I get a 6. I cross index right here under the 10, 12 range. I get a 17. That computes to 1 hit and 7 tick marks. So I get my scratch paper again. One hit and 7 tick marks. I then add this up. Now I know 5 and 5 equals 10, which makes 1 hit. That gives me a remainder of 2 left over, so this computes to 3 and 2 tick marks. I then take the CSA Archer under Heath. I go to casualty points. And I will make this into a 3. And how many tick marks is that? 2 tick marks. So I write a 3 for 3 hits and 2 tick marks. And that's what the CSA gets in casualties. There we go. Wrote in a little darker so you can see it better. Okay, the next step is to get my Union line ready for battle, for the next battle, get it ready for the next battle. Got to get it set up. Alright, I want flanks. This will take 4 from 8, and it will leave 4 for my flank. The same thing happens on the other side. Out of 8, I'm going to take 4. And there it is. Now, if I don't like that, if that does not make me happy, and it doesn't, I can do any number of things to distribute the strength points. I can take this 4 and add it to here, which will give it a maximum strength of 8. Unfortunately, this counter is gone. That looks a little bit better. CSA can do the same thing. They can take this 4 and they can put it here to this 4, which will give this strength of 8. There, that looks better, doesn't it? Now, the flank markers, although they're a strength of 4 for maximum points, they can have a reserve of any number, but they still can only use the maximum of 4. So if this 4 gets reduced by 3, all I have to do is add this 3, reserve, and that will give me my 4 back. All right. That concludes this session of the video of how to organize your lines, attack and defender, how to get the strength points, as well as the experience level color. Showed you how to get the experience level for the brigade. And the combat fire chart. Next thing I have to do is disorganization. So I'll cover the disorganization and what to do with those pesky hit marks and tick marks, if applicable. Because one of the things that can happen is if you don't manage your hit marks and your tick marks correctly, you can punish yourself all over again. We don't want to do that. Wouldn't be fun, would it? Alright, keep gaming. See you on the next video.